Hello and welcome to Seeker Speak, which is our live Friday chat or spiritual lesson. And welcome to the Seeking Heaven, the Near-Death Experience and Other Phenomena channel. Yay, it's Friday. I'm finally here. And I've got a wonderful surprise for you all today. I worked really hard on coming up with a spiritual lesson that would resonate with many and that would help them on a very deep level. So you can go back and watch this again. It's going to be terrific. And first of all, before we start, subscribe, hit the bell, get all the episodes, make sure that you are, that way you get the alerts, that you make comments. Like I do try to respond to the comments unless they're ugly. We don't have trolls on here. It's all about the love. So if look, we welcome all seekers here, all true seekers. And just also say, this is, this channel is for everybody. If you're human, if you have a religion, no religion, mainly, this is a spiritual talk show. So, or if you're just trying to find out, look, we love you. You're welcome. As long as you come and you're genuine, you can ask anything. You can just be yourself. There's no wrong answer. So thank you for being here. And we have here already, we have David Such, who wrote the book, God Took My Clothes. He's really quite an amazing speaker himself, and you'll be seeing more of him. And then also Clay, I'd like to shout out to him. He does a great job on my edits and my video. I'm also married to him, so he'd better do a good job, right? So, and all the first frame of the artwork that you see, that's always me, and the outlines and coming together. But he does help with the production because I'm overwhelmed just doing the promotion on all of these. It's like 2.5 hours an episode, just promoting it, searching and optimization, all that. People have no idea. So here we are. And if you haven't, look, some of the stuff we're going to go over today, I want you to know that some of the stuff that we're going to go over is what the love leaders, which is the highest level on my channel membership, is the VIP. And it generally attracts very top-notch spiritual leaders themselves, authors, not that you have to be an author, but it does attract a certain kind of person that's been seeking for things their whole life and are pretty aware of NDEs, STEs, UFOs, crop circles, ancient civilizations. These are people that, this is nothing new to them. They usually, that's what I have found. But honestly, if you don't know anything, you're welcome. Okay. But we meet once a month and it's $24.99. So consider doing that. It helps support the channel. And you get to meet with me 90 minutes to 2 hours every month. And we're going to be meeting again. We're going to be meeting Saturday. So if you want to join, you can go ahead and join. And I also give, during that time, we go over whatever needs to happen with people's spiritual career, intuitive life coaching. So we're going to be doing some of that and talking about some of this today. So they're going to get personal attention. But at the same time, love leaders that are out there, this is also going to enhance our meeting before we meet. So let me get started on our topic. Our topic is release and renew a new you in 2022. Doesn't that rhyme? Isn't that great? Well, look, I put a lot of thought into this and how we're going to go about it. And this is awesome. I actually love what I'm presenting to you all today. Okay. And I have, and it's going to be broken down like this. Okay. We do have a meditation at the end. And I want you to go ahead before I'm going to tell you now, go ahead and get a pad and a pen, or you can put it in your digital computer notepad. That's cool too. But I want you to write down. Yes, we don't even know each other that well. And I'm giving you homework. Yes, that's right. I'm going to give you homework because it's going to help you. And I want you to write it down so you can review your answers. And I don't want you to think about your answers. I want you to put down the first thing you get. So we're going to break it up in this way. We're going to talk about reflecting, releasing, and renewing, and finally, receiving. If we do all these things and we are not receiving, like, yeah, I'm ready. Okay. It's no good. So when we do the meditation, keep in mind, and I'll remind you at the end, the meditation will be at the end because we're going to do some homework. I'm going to bring you up from awareness to finally where you are to when the meditation. That meditation is a meditation that is going to stick. So that's why we're going through this. So there's awarenesses that are exposed to you about yourself. So that's how that's going to work. So first of all, I want to, go through this. And again, it's release and renew, a new you. Okay. So I want to have a talk first, and then we're going to go into the questions. And this is an interactive. I'm an interactive host. I'm also, I didn't probably tell a lot about me. I'm Tamara Caulder Richardson. Not only am I a multiple near-death experiencer as well as spiritually transformative experiencer, but I'm an evidential medium. I couldn't help it. I was sitting and talking to spirit. I wasn't trying to at 3. And then later on in life, I was much prayer, probably 14 years in prayer. And after that, I was told to use my gifts. It was Jesus. He said, oh, I don't want to be seen as a charlatan. He said, well, then you won't. And thank him. No, I have not. I've met wonderful people. And this is our true state of being a spirit. We are spirit. I was spirit. And not only do I talk to your family and friends over there, because they're very much so a lot more than us. They do things over there in heaven. But also the higher levels, like the masters. Who was a master? Well, anyone you could think of, Jesus, different saints, Mother Mary, Einstein, Tesla, because their consciousness is still alive and well. So today I want you to think about life in a different way. I'm trying to hopefully, maybe I'm an example to others that what you can be as well. I don't really try for this, but I surrender to, oh, there's Adriana, another love leader. Adriana, hello. Yes, it wasn't squarely scheduled. That's okay. I was running a little late, sweetie. So, sorry. So anyhow, yeah. I worked a little longer on this today. I went back and changed some things for you today because I follow spirit. So we haven't gotten into it too much. So thank you so much for being here. All right. So all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through and explain some things to you. First of all, let's position ourselves in the world where we are right now. First of all, let's think about where we're planted, where our feet are, where our hands. And as you're doing that, I want you to look at this super cool. I'm supposed to, Spirit said I don't promote myself as much as I should. So I was like, they usually never say stuff like that. So I'm promoting my seekingheavenchannel.com merchandise. So I have Seeking Unicorns, Galactic Federation, Office of Christ. I have some Rockstar Seed, really cool stuff. So check that out. All right. So let's think about this last, not really year. Okay. We're saying 2021. Now 2022 is new, which by the way, I love the number 22 or 222. My birthday is actually March 22nd, 322. Same as William Shatner. You could say a lot there. I am like a female version in a lot of ways, but 222, which is what we are, 2022. There's going to be a lot of changes, but the changes are going to happen within people. A lot of what's going on is internal. So the past year or two, we can just throw in an extra year, 2 years, there's been a lot of changes. So as you're beginning to create a new you, we're looking at a new world. I mean, quite honestly, I could be wrong. I don't think things will go back exactly the same because we're changed by it, right? We're changed by the things that have happened, and not, some things have been positive, some things have been negative. Definitely having a pandemic would fall in the negative category, not exactly fun. And then some of it's just different, like working from home or 2020, 21 were the lost years. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay. And so, yeah, I know you're glad to be here, but we got to be realist. Look, I love you, Adriana, but we got to be realist. Okay. We need to, in order to really take off like a rocket, we've got to review where we came from, where we are and where we're going. And so, we see chaos, riots, blah, blah, blah. That was confusing because to a normal person, they're like, what's that all about? And I'm not talking about really being an expression of themselves, because I think there's more higher vibrational ways to do that, like writing poetry like Rosemary does, or something like this. But we have recognized there's changes, and some of us, in order to not let the negative rhetoric on TV affect us, we just don't watch it. And I think David Such was saying that the other day, just don't watch it. And it was a very good suggestion. And I love the New Year's thing. If you haven't seen the New Year's resolutions, it was funny. I asked several people, I handpicked them, and some were like, no, Tamara, I cannot do this. It was an awful, but I said, just say the truth. Just be honest. Listen, we're working through this together. We're friends. If you need to cry or say it sucked, that's okay. That's how you move past things. But I've had some turn down. So the ones that did show up were the brave ones. And I thank you for that because, all you can be is honest and your authentic self. So here's the thing. We've been through a lot. And we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. God doesn't make mistakes. We don't really know exactly yet. Now, when it's our time, we go to the other side, it'll all make sense. But right now, we're still trying to make sense of this. However, God gave us a life here. Okay. God, divine creator, source, mother, father, God, whatever you want to call it. Same one, same thing. That's we don't all really fully understand except the unity of one till we get over there. But we are given a life. We are given breath. So we deserve to be able to have a life regardless of the environment or what's going on. We deserve that, right? We deserve happiness. God wants that for us. We deserve joy. We deserve to be able to dream, to be able to create, to be able to love. And so we're going to do it. And I'm going to show you how. So, just know that we always have, like I said, just know we always have a fan club in heaven. That's my registered tagline on my Southern Belle Media. And it's true. So we have a team God. Who's that? Heaven's big operation. Your family over there, guides, there's quite a bit. Even, like I said, masters, whatever you're studying, they know you're reading them. It's amazing because evidentially I've gotten that, which is kind of cool. Like if you're listening to George Harrison, he knows you're listening to it. How cool is that? So we're here, and this is not a mistake. Okay. So we're here, and we do have help on the other side. Could be through signs and symbols. We know this, but there is a universal law called free will. Okay. So we cannot oppose our opinions on others. Only on ourselves. We can only, only do us, right? And vice versa, right? We cannot inflict it. Someone cannot inflict it, but we do have control of our own thoughts, emotions, and our intentions in life. So, I had, it's funny doing this channel as an example. Jesus said he wanted me to learn about labels. I said, what do you mean? Well, another thing he said that he wanted me to bring all kinds of people together. He actually told me, let's see, this started August 2020, this channel. He told me just like 3 days ago, he said, you were the one. You were the one choice. You were perfect for this. Because, y'all, I love me some Jesus, but, I'm also a star seed. So I really am like in both camps, and so I see both sides, and he's kind of right. I kind of am. I really don't know anyone like me that's a hardcore Pentecostal star seed talking to Aster. I mean, I'm just really unusual like that. But he said, don't label me, don't label others. And so we need to think about when we're talking about releasing, that we also want to release things we've heard other people have said. There was some lady today being real nasty today in judgment. I said, you're just acting ugly and hateful, if you don't have anything nice not to say it at all. So I would be that way for you. I would take it for you in a minute. I would not let anyone say anything awful about you because you are perfect in God's eyes. Okay. So don't judge yourself and don't let others judge you. Stand in your power. I love what I just had Sam the illusionist on, and he was saying that because he accidentally got opened up in hypnosis talking to the Galactic Federation. I understand that because it's wide open with me now. I mean, it was open before, but it's wide open after the DNA activation. And his mother tried to put him on psychotropic drugs. And he said, there's nothing wrong with me. This is a phenomenon. I need to learn what this is. Don't label or judge yourself as we move forward, because great things are going to happen. So we want to be able to create and manifest and make way for that, that new person that we want to have in our life, that new job, maybe we need to remove things that are creating an energetic block. Now, what is an energetic block? Those generally are things. Okay, so I got amen over here from Adriana. So generally, an energetic block is something that holds space in your own mind. Okay. And so that's that's what I'm thinking when I say it. Okay. That's generally what it is. And it literally does have matter. When I took Dianetics, they'd say these things have matter. I mean, like physics, like substance. Isn't that crazy? And when people will get rid of their unwanted emotions, hate, anger, compulsions, and all this, they would actually be lighter. That's going to be my diet plan. So, for example, if we want to create something that might have an energy block, for an example, and I want you to be thinking about your life, getting ready to do your homework right now. Okay, here it comes. Let me give you one example. If you wanted to say move to a warmer climate where you're tired of the brutal winters, you're like, I want to move to a warmer climate, but you have all this crap. You've got skis and jackets and stuff and bongos that you never play. Somebody's like, I want to keep those bongos. Back in the day in college, you did this little drumming thing. Okay, there's someone else that would appreciate that, but in order to move forward, say you want to move to a warmer climate, you would want to declutter, right? Because if you moved, you don't want to move all that stuff with you. It's going to be more money, more energy, because they do, and in the end becomes more stressful. So you would want to either sell it, give it away to someone or donate it, these unwanted or unused items. And then, but here's the thing, and I want to make this real super duper clear. Because we live in a 3D world. Okay, look, I know all the stuff, probably the same stuff you guys know, okay? I can't talk about everything, but I understand the 5D thing. Look, I'm traveling like an astro girl. That's what you can call me every night. Okay. So I get it, but we live in a 3D world. This is a meat body right here. Look, it's flesh. Okay. And because of that, and because we live in this world, and yes, we are spirit, that we have to physically do something to show the world you mean business. You can't just talk about writing a book. You got to write the book. So in this case, by removing things out of your home because you want to go to the warmer climate, that energetically releases you from the past. It also tells the universe by physically doing something 3D that you are serious. And it opens when you it's like it's the whole give and take. You're releasing, now something's coming back. And so what we're talking about is an alignment of thought, action, intention. And the sharper you are with all of that together, it's going to happen. And it can be anything. It could be a certain amount of money you want to make for the year. Okay. So let's talk about, and it's the opposite of how everything we want to get. It's the opposite. It doesn't matter what it is, the girl, the guy, the job. It doesn't matter. It all works the same way. So let's talk about releasing old things. It could be an old sweater. Sure. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about releasing an old way of thinking that's stopping you. Maybe it's about the way you earn money. I can only earn this much, or I can only earn it this way because I'm a nurse or whatever. There's plenty of people that are changing their job. I hear things y'all don't hear. They tell me things, not spirit people. They talk to me all the time, but people, and people are looking for new ways with the career they have, or they're switching it up a little bit. We can do anything. We're eternal spiritual beings, and we do have help, okay, on the other side, but we got to do our part here. So thinking about like, oh, I can't do that. Why not? The other is, you want to be able to how you think about yourself and be conscious of those thoughts. So here's where we get to the homework part. We're going to do through this pretty quickly, and then we're going to go into meditation here. So I want you to get your paper and pen or write it down on your digital notepad or whatever it may be. Okay, so get that together. And I want to say, first of all, I know this has been difficult the past couple years, so I'm going to help you with this. Okay, I'm going to help you. And also, when you're writing it down, it'd be great if you could cut and paste or write or type it in the chat box when we get. I'd like to see everybody's opinion. That would help. So, anyhow, the past year or two has been difficult. Just simple, if the very least is that people are staying home. Now you're around people all the time, or you're working from home. How's that working out? We need like another office in our house. We need to convert one of our dining rooms to an office because it's just, the sofa's got like a dip in it now for my husband, which I don't mind. But look, nobody expected it to be a couple years, but we're having to change things up. That's all. So no one expected that. And there's been chaos along the way, and there's been upheaval. I understand that. But guess what? We don't have control over all that, do we? No, we don't. We have control over ourselves. That's what we have in our immediate environment. So we need to make that clear. First of all, there's certain things, I'm not saying be apathetic to it, but we can't change. So it has given us time during these couple years to reflect what we want. If you don't know by now what you like and don't like, you just need to start over, because I think a lot of people are very opinionated what they like and don't like and what they need. And much of what I'm hearing, it's not as much as they thought they needed. They just want to be around the people they love and do the things they want to do and be in the environment that makes them happy. And really, that's kind of what it is. But we have all this consumerism that's confused us and got us off track. And, I'm a big fashion hound, so I get that. But that's really honest, not what's important. So here's the exercise. I want you to write this down very quickly. And oh, that's beautiful. Adriana. Wow. See, I'm going to put this up for everybody to see. She lost 25 pounds. Yeah, that's what I mean. They actually have measured it has mass and particles from all this negative emotion, and the weight, it just releases and goes away. I'm not saying that's everybody's problem, but let's let this be a discovery and adventure. Again, we're here learning. There's no judgment. So hold on. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay. So now here's the thing I want you to write down. We're going to look at reflection. We're going to do, there's about 3 in each category. So we're going to go boom, 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 boom. There's 4 categories. Okay. And then we're going to do a meditation, just so you know what's going on. All right. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, David, that's funny. Well, you look great. That's what matters, as long as you're healthy. So that's funny. Okay. So you both look great. All right. So let's look at reflect. What is it today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Okay. We got to be in present time. Jesus told me on the other side, he told me a couple of things. And actually, I was just telling that Charles Elliott that was here. I've been writing him, but I told him the same thing. Jesus told me that all we have is present seconds of moments. Okay. Oop, it's gone. That's it. That's all we've got. So the other thing, he said, by our thoughts, we manifest. He said, but it takes a while on earth. It's immediate there. If they want to go skiing, they think they're there. Here, because they're light bodies. Here, it takes a lot longer, as you know, you have an intention. You can't do it like a random thought. You have to really, it has to be, you have to believe it. Okay. It has to be in your core. And he said that whatever you think, you manifest. So if you think, for example, I've seen it with just an example, like old, you ever see some people older and they got this bitter attitude. They're like, like the woman that's smoking a cigar that looked like she could be the bearded lady in the circus goes, hey, men suck, blah, blah, blah. All men are jerks. Well, do you think she's got a shot at meeting someone nice? Probably not, because first of all, she's judging. Number 2, she's already decided that. So who's she going to attract? She just said it. She stated it. So what we state is very powerful. So we want to be aware from now on, be aware of everything you say. So here's our first thing today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but today, right now. You can close your eyes if you want to. What do you hold grateful today? And we're going to start this by doing 3 solid good breaths. Now, those of you that don't know how to breathe, I'm going to give it to you. Let's see what David says. A very common statement from thoughts became things. Really? Yeah, that's right. Well, Jesus backed that up, but that's exactly right. But we know we're spirit, but this seems pretty real now. I actually don't think this is the real place, but yeah. So we just need to take a pulse, a measurement where we are. This is not a make wrong. This is just a assessment of where we are and where we want to go, because we want to be able to pick where we go in life. So I want to when you breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. Hold it as much as you can, and then release it through your mouth, opening your mouth just a little bit, because some of you don't know how to breathe. You pant or something like a dog. But so let's do this together. Here we go. We're already getting stuff in. Thank you. Great for ability to course correct. Yeah, right. Don't judge yourself. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, he said I love you. Gallery 111. Oh, I miss you. Oh, she gave me a beautiful when I did a demonstration, a medium demonstration, and at her gallery in Virginia, she gave me a beautiful, beautiful uh, image, an art image of Jesus in the Last Supper. Really beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, absolutely. So grateful for ability to course correct. Yep. Okay, so that's all this is. So I want you to breathe in slowly through your nose and deeper, deeper, and exhale slowly. So you want to kind of open your mouth. Breathe in again. Like let it all out. Let it all out. Let out that tension today. It's Friday. Come on. Okay, breathe in through your nose. Exhale out slowly. Now, I want to ask you, what do you hold grateful for today? Well, just put it in the chat. What do you hold grateful for today? Has everybody done that? Yeah, exactly. It's always the simple things, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's right. I look at what are you grateful for? Well, what are the things you're afraid to lose the most? I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my husband Clay. He's a saint. For my dogs, Tucker and Abby, the friends and people here. They're my friends. I know David said to me, "Oh, we're virtual." No, you're actually real, and I am too. I don't get hung up on that. If I met you, I wouldn't like you more or less any other way. Already know who you are. I mean, it's not like again we're spirit, so it didn't really matter. And then of course this channel. Susan, so great to see you. Hey, Susan, channel member. And then David and Adriana, and there's some more that are not here right now. They're our love leaders. So grateful for my life, your kids. You got some big boys there, Adriana, big grown men. And then we've got, yes. And then, yeah, the same thing, wife, that would be me. By the way, your dog is at the door trying to get in while I'm doing a live thing. Clay, if you could help me out here. So again, that's one of the things. Now, the next thing is, what person or activities make you sad? What are things you don't like? Make you mad, sad, any kind of misemotion? What would that be? I want you to write that down that make you sad. What are activities that you don't like? First thing that comes up. Like for me, when I'm cleaning or doing just stuff like that, some people's therapeutic. To me, it's like, it's delaying me from getting stuff done. That doesn't mean that I'm a pig or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm real focused on stuff. So arguing. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good, Susan. She said arguing. All right. Sorry about the dog. It's okay. Okay. Oops. Here we go. So here's the next one. So this would be sad. Now, which persons or animals or activities make you happy? This is a good one. Okay. We're going to go quick with this. Which activities make you sad? Or people? I should say that. Okay, let's finish that first one. What people or activities make you sad? You don't need to say the people's names. Let's don't write that in the chat, but just think who they are. And you can limit your time with them. You can control that. You can have boundaries. That's a whole nother topic. We're not going to do boundaries today, but you know what that is. I agree. Very good point. Extremely good point, David. I don't like being in big cities crowds. Yeah. Yeah, I actually just filled out something like that. I think it was the Kyle Gray said your angel. I'm supposed to work with Metatron. I'm like, yes. But yeah, and that was one of my questions. I don't like the energy. And I went to go get some makeup at Ulta like 3 weeks ago. It was in like a nice part of town, and they were looking at me like I had the mask on and all that. They were looking at each other, and it was so weird. Like, we're the enemy. And I'm like, really? Really? You're going to let this fear, you're going to really, I am not going to let anyone take my joy. Nope, not going to do it. Injustice. Oh, well, that pisses me off. Yeah, of course. Suzanne, of course it does. Well, it makes me sad too, but for different reasons. It makes me sad that people are led by emotions instead of doing their homework. You know what I mean? That they are easily persuaded and led. And that makes me sad because I think, oh, great. This is who's going to take care of us all when we're in the home, right? Great. So it makes me sad that we've declined as much as a civilization. It does. Okay, some of you are agreeing with things. And Suzanne is also an amazing spiritual leader and has a gallery in Virginia, I think I mentioned. So here we go. So the question was about being grateful, what qualities, let's see, here we go. We talked about what makes you sad, and then also activities that make you happy. So let's go quickly to, let me go back here. Yeah. Okay, we've already talked about what makes you grateful. Okay. All right. So the next one would be on that. It's still, we're moving through the reflect and release, and I've kind of combined a couple of these. So let me just look for a minute. I've got, there's that order to this. Okay. All right. So let's write down what activities make you happy. Writing mine down too. Okay. Okay. So write down what makes you happy. I like that. That's funny. Okay, yeah, Injustice Slammer is my favorite. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Okay. Uh Biking. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, Burning Man, people are just free to do whatever, I guess, you know. They just do whatever. We have a friend who's been going like every year they've been open. Okay. Building, creating art, music. I'm not more of a not, I love doing sports. I don't really like looking at it as much. I like doing art and being around art and music more. Meditation makes me happy. Eating at a restaurant. Yeah, I like going out to, well, no, not really. I used to like going out to eat, and like, I like the dressing and going out to eat nice places, but Clay's become such a great cook. He spoiled me. I mean, he's a really good cook. But yeah, these are great. These are, see how they're normal. We can really unscrew ourselves up from our heads. This is not that hard. We can get back to peace. We really can. Being a service to other, that is beautiful. Wow. That's great. I love that. That's beautiful. All right. So now we've gotten that. And I like watching funny movies. Yeah, walking makes you happy. Exactly. Looking at nature makes me happy. All these, they're simple things, right? They're not complicated things. Glitter makes me happy. Applying glitter and sequins to things make me happy. God, I'm so glad I'm a girl. It would be so complicated. Okay, so here's the next ones. So this is what makes you happy. All right, we've talked about, we don't want to talk about the people that make us sad and stuff, but we've identified that. Now, have you found, I'm just going to say 2 years. I know this is a year in review, but whatever. We'll just clump in 2 years. Have you noticed within yourself, is there anything that's popped up that you found that makes you happy that you haven't noticed before? Or maybe it was always there. I'm going to write down what I say. Yeah. Oh, see, horses. Horse? I think you meant horses, but horse do make some people happy. I'm sorry. It's a bad joke. Okay. Horses make a lot of people happy. We love watching the Yellowstone. I don't know if I can say that, I just did, but series its own, Paramount. It's fantastic. My dog loves watching the horses too. Oh my gosh. Dancing, just simple things. Okay, guys, now we're going to move forward. All right. So now we've reflected, we've looked at, they're simple, right? They're really simple things we're after. We're not after a gazillion dollars Or is it really the glass house on the beach? Yes, I would like that, but not really. But, is that really what's going to make us happy? Probably not. I think peace of mind, being around people that love and care for us for who we are. Like, we don't have to change it. They're just like, they just are, and you know what? That like being around us. How wonderful is that? And there are people that are out there that will find your vibrational level. And many times it's a little sad, but your vibration gets so much higher that you grow apart. It happens. It's okay. You just send the person love. They got their own path and move on. And a lot of that's been going on. So now we did the reflection. Let's go to the release, because we're not quite, we're a little over halfway done. We haven't gotten to the real meat. So now we're going to get to the meat. So in the release, have you noticed, sorry, we're going to have to we're going to have to get in there a little bit. We're going to have to, can I repeat it? Yes, I will repeat it. Kevin Costner is great. I know, but Beth, I want Beth on my team. Let me just say, my sister's like Beth. She's like beautiful and such a boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, she didn't back off. So we are totally different people. Not that I cannot hold my own power, but we're just different people. Okay, making new recipes. Okay. All right, so perfect. These are all simple things. Cooking in the kitchen. I like cooking now, drinking wine. That's tacky, isn't it? Should I say that? I do, because I usually don't eat much all day, but oatmeal. So I get real creative in the kitchen with that. So I like that. It's silly and cheesy, but I don't care. There it is. So okay, now here's the part with the release. We're going to start working on some things. And just be honest. This is only for you. You don't have to write it down in the chat. But honestly, we're human. How weird can it be? They're all about look, I've read a ton of people all over the world. It's all the same stuff we say. We say the same stuff. We think we're the only one. Not. Okay. So what unwanted emotions or compulsions or bad habits do you want to get rid of? I know I love white. I like white wine. Red wine's good, but it doesn't, the sulfites bother me. I know I gotta lose wine weight. Seriously, I do. Yeah, I don't like beer. It's too bloaty. Jesus drank wine. I don't know. This is a good excuse. So let's think about what are unwanted emotions. Okay, so let me piece through it. I'm going to help you guys out. God, I got to come clean. Let me think. Unwanted emotions. Okay, so here's the deal. Sometimes, just I think it's just my personality. I don't like things. Things will hit me the wrong way, and I'm like a fire, and then I'm over it. Unwanted emotions. I don't like that I'm that way. I go from being totally chilling to, like, if I see something that really is, I feel like the injustice, like if we knew that people's heads were being cut off or children's heads, or that's an injustice, something horrible. I literally just, I'm that regards, I'm a fighter, which is why I did the martial arts for 10 years and I have a black belt. I'm really easygoing, but certain things, and I just take off. I don't like that. I like being in control of my emotions, and for the most part, I am. Compulsions, wine, and Zulily. You can, right, Clay? I love Zulily. I'm doing better, but I have a Zulily addiction. And then bad habits. I don't know. I'd have to ask my husband. I don't know if I have bad habits. I mean, I've been messy sometimes, but I think, I think that the unwanted emotions that we have, to me, is we're still human. So we're trying to deal with things that we internally oppose. Mistreatment of human rights. I don't know if y'all know this, but for about 16 years, like, I wasn't paid to do it. I did it on the side. But I had the title of both North and South Carolina, but I was a human rights activist. I don't know that. Great. But yeah, that's what you call it. I didn't know if that's really what you called it, but I did, for injustices and people thrown in psych wards against their will and injustices. Oh yeah, I went to go to LA to these fancy shindigs, with celebrities. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it was too heavy for me. So anyway, I only did it 16 years, but then I had enough. So think about, what is it, bad habits that you want to get? Okay, e-cigarettes and caffeine. I really want to quit. Yeah, that's just how you're dealing with stress, David. I get it. Look, look, there's nothing you could yeah, I get it. We're human. We're not perfect. I mean, my husband, Clay, he's taken up smoking, but at least he hasn't taken up crack. You got to look at it on the bright side. you know, I mean, look, I'm drinking wine. Luckily, it's not that expensive. I get the cheap white wine, but I mean, I was praying to God today, Lord Jesus, just quit having me drink the wine. But I find that I want to help. And yeah, I do a lot of energy and spiritual work, but we're human. We're human. And so we're trying to hold it together. We're trying to be an example for others so we can make it through this thing. Okay, coffee addict. Yeah, caffeine is hard to break, man. It's hard. Yeah, it's always something. Um, uh, you don't get easily upset. Mm, well, like people like you. That's great. That's why we get along. See, if I see an injustice, I'm like, what? I want to open a can of whoop ass. Those sons of what? So that's good. Clay's very calm like that. I like that. I think I need that. So, all right. So let's go through. So now we kind of identified that, it's a work in progress. We want to forgive ourselves. We'll, do that in the meditation. We want to forgive ourselves. So, we're working through this, okay? Because I bet you anything, if things were a little easier going, the stress levels would not be this bad. All right. So we've already gone through identified activities that you don't enjoy or people you don't enjoy and what you do enjoy. Simple stuff. Now we've talked about areas of the life that you may feel sad, mad, confused. Some areas people are just really confused. I don't have all the answers, but I don't think I'm confused about anything. I'm pretty clear about what I think is going on. Not because I have to be right, because I don't at all. Someone can. I don't care about those things. But now we're going to talk about ways to release some of this stuff, because really what it is, okay, green tea addict. Well, that's good for you. It helps you lose weight, Susan. That's not so bad. You'd like Suzanne. She's cool. Suzanne's cool. I met her when I taught at the Edgar Casey Center night, and she asked me to come to her gallery. Beautiful gallery. Gallery 111. You got to check it out online. Tamara, I can drop the F-bomb so fast. I'm embarrassed to say, girl, are you kidding? If you can't, what is like risky business? If you can't say it, you can't do it. Now, well, look, it's better to say whatever, blah, 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 beep, 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 than, go kick your dog or slap your spouse or something. I mean, look, what I'm trying, donuts. Hey, here's the thing. I cuss too much. Potty mouth. You know what? That's funny. I have to laugh. My grandmother was very intelligent. She spoke 4 different languages, ran a business, very classy. She dressed great, very flashy. The whole family, all the women. Anyway, she was a cusser though. She loved SOB the best. She never said the F word, but she said she loved the B word, BAS. Yeah. And she loved the word ass. She absolutely loved it. I can say that on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube, I can say this. But yeah, I think it's a release. Sometimes people use it as exclamation, unless they're just angry all the time. Use it as, but I think it's a release. It helps. So all these are releases. So we know that meditation and we know walks and we know these things help us with release. But honestly, I got to tell you what's helped me the most of release. And Clay backed me up on this. When we did martial arts, they busted our chops, our ass. They busted our ass. I mean, we were doing on a regular twice a week, 3 times a week. We would go there for an hour. Oh my God, we got our asses kicked. A workout, y'all don't even know. We would do as a regular 50 push-ups, 50 crunches, 50 this, 50 that. Then we'd be thrown around the room, which hurts sometimes. And then on our junior black belt test, we had to run barefooted in the hot pavement. And we had to do 100 of everything. It was, you don't think about if you're miserable, and if you're pissed, you get it out in that, because you got to literally punch. They go, that's all you got? And you're like, They wear you down. They wear you down like the military. So my grandmother was like Helen Hayes. Yes, she was, except she liked, leopard and bright red and stuff like that. I'm nothing like her. I'm a lot like her. She's like, more like we were more like soul sisters, I think, than anything else. All right. So we've gone through that. We've had some laughs. We can laugh. We were able to laugh at ourselves. Now I've got some ideas for you to get rid of and release this. I'm not going to do this for you because we don't have the time, because I've got another meditation for you. So this is what I'm going to give you suggestions, and I want you to do it. You can do this actually during the meditation. You can think of this. I'm going to give you a few, and you think of the one that connects with you. So some release examples are this, okay? And I've done release meditations. If y'all want a little release meditation, we can do that. And if you want any extra help after this, please let me know the topics and what you need. I will give it to you, because if I don't know it right offhand, you did, that's interesting. You did in high school karate. Oh, that's really interesting. That's fascinating. So send it to me, and I'll look at it. And I do get channeled messages from not from the other side at the higher level. So they'll let me know whatever we need. All right. All right. So here's some examples. So if you you want to write down words. I actually had a booklet. I did that. I did it. I don't know whose course it was a while back, but you write down words that you don't like. Vulnerability, blah, 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 da, 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 whatever your words are. I don't know your words. Pissed off, right? Injustice, whatever words that these come to mind, right? That you feel like could control you. Okay. Here's one way to do this. You can put them on a piece of paper. I've actually had Laura, who's on here, do this. She's been over to my house. I had her do this. We went through some kind of therapy. Yes, what I do is like therapy, even with spirits, with the two family. It's like family canceling. And then you put it in you want it glass or tin. You do not want it plastic. You put them in there and you light it on fire. And then you say, I release it, and I ask that, you ask the divine, Mother, Father, God to release it, bring it into the universe, let it disseminate. And then I bury mine. And I ask it go down into the ground, so and so, and then I ask the angels to cleanse it and be released from me, because it's an actual physical act. Now, here's another way to do it. You can throw stones. You can have stones and write on them, or think of the thing and go, this is for the crappy divorce, and throw the stone in the brook. Look, y'all already know what this stuff is. I don't need to tell you the stuff you're pissed off or sad about or whatever. My, brother never acknowledges me. Bam. My boss treats me like crap. Bam. Whatever it is, you throw it in the brook. That's another one. The other one would be, I know y'all are having probably laugh at these different things, but they all work. Another one would be, I have two favorites. One of the favorites is I visualize a hot air balloon, and the bags that are hanging around the side. I visualize this one stands for boundaries. I need to hold, or sanium, or what would be something, whatever a misemotion would be. I need to have more boundaries, let's say. And with blah, I'm going to fill in the blanks there. And so I'm going to break the energetic cord. You can do the St. Michael energetic cord thing, okay, if you've heard that, where he breaks the energetic cord. But you can do it this way too. You drop the bag, and then there's another one. Being mad at yourself because of blah, drop that bag. And you can visualize them being dropped and being lighter and lighter and going higher and higher. You can actually get high on that meditation. But my all-time favorite was from my healer friend who was on here. If you haven't seen her thing, Rita Horton, you got to see that. Just look down at Rita Horton. She does a meditation healing thing on my thing. This is one of my favorites because it makes me laugh. She told me this, and I laughed so much, and I actually enjoy doing it because it really gets rid of the stress. And that's where you visualize people. You don't say people that are not very nice to you, or things that upset you, but it can be very funny. And what she does is she imagines this beautiful outdoor area, beautiful spring day, tree, little stream, and there's a little raft there. And the raft looks like a poop emoji. And then what you do is you put the person that's been mistreating you, and you just put them on the poop emoji, and you just wave goodbye to them. Bye. Have a good life. See you later. She said you could do that with anything, and it really works. It is, and it makes you laugh while you're doing it. So these are examples you can use. You can play around with it. Now let's talk about renew. Did you have fun with that? Did you like that? Who like so I'm curious, who liked the burning it? I mean, I like fire, so yeah, that's cool. But or throwing it in the brook, throwing stones in the brook, the hot air balloon, or the poop emoji. I think the poop emoji probably will win with most people. And this is like a certified healer. This went to oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I can't think the name of the school that she works in hospitals like for 5 years, and she told me that it's great. All right, so here's the next one. So renew. What do you want to add to your life that you feel would benefit it? For example, do you want to add a new partner? Okay, don't the how's that going to happen? Don't worry about that. Just what do you want to do? Do you want a new job? Do you want more money? Do you want to start your own venture? You want to start your own business? Do you want to help with a charity maybe you're passionate about? Yeah, the poop emoji. I know it makes me laugh. It just does. You'll tell it. Y'all were going to tell at least 3 people how about this poop emoji, how to do it. It works. It's very funny because you just laugh the whole time and it doesn't make it so serious, you know. All right. So going back, what is it that you want to do? What do you feel that's not in your life now that you could benefit from? Or it could be something you did as a child, like horseback riding. You enjoyed it very much, but it just hasn't been a part of your life for a long time. Maybe you want to add it back in and you haven't done it in a while. Maybe it's music or dancing. It doesn't have to be good dancing or good music. It could suck. It doesn't really matter. It's just for you and your enjoyment. So what or helping with a charity. Maybe you want to work with kids more and just be around them or the elderly, dancing, writing, exercising. Maybe you want to get in touch with your body more. And that's a way, because what these things are doing is you are putting control in your life. It's not the joy is saying, I can't, I'm putting myself first. Okay. So I'm really bad. I'm still working on it. Is getting up and doing my emails. And then I wait the whole day to eat. Drives my husband crazy. He'd probably make a comment. So, but what I should be doing is getting up first. I do when I get up, do pray and meditate a little bit. I do that, but not then I'm off and then forget about me. But I need to take care of my needs and my things first and then other things later. Kind of like, what is it, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? You pay yourself first and then you pay your bills, because if you pay your bills, you'll never pay yourself. You pay yourself off the top first. So it's kind of like paying yourself energetically first. So I'm still working on that. Now, so what is it? Go ahead and write it in the chat. What is it that you would like to add to your life that you feel that would give it benefit? That this next year you want to see in your life? Is it a new job, new venture, a new partner? Like you want them around? Like, what is it? Is it some kind of new thing that you haven't done? Like, hey, you want to try to start gardening. Maybe that's it. Or you want to pull something and you haven't done in a while, like dancing, music, writing, this kind of thing. Me, it's writing. I'm finishing my book, and I've got quite a few books to do. This is going to help everybody. Yeah, I always write for other people. And Spirit's been on to me. I got to say, I don't know, Spirit's been on to me. They said, you're always helping other people. I know. Have you heard that before? And that you need to write for yourself, which is going to help other people. And you need to promote yourself. You promote other people all the time. Okay. So, okay. They're right about that. All right. So I'm going to work on it. We have to acknowledge our own life, right? It matters. We matter, right? We all matter collectively, but we matter too. And if we don't think we matter, then the world doesn't think we matter. You get what I'm saying? It's all very important. All right. So I know a lot of people listening here are more spirituality. Well, you're a little spiritual whiz anyway. You are spirit. But yeah, after those DNAs activations, you should probably feel a lot more spiritual with that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, teaching. And then the partner. Yeah, I pray that all your dreams come true, David, on that. I feel they will. I do. And I think teaching, I would try it different ways. I think you can teach many different kinds of things. And more traveling experience. See, I really miss that I wasn't able to travel, because now you go away to Europe, you might not come back. I don't know. What does that mean? I'm not going into it. But the thing is, I had planned that. But you know what? There's a lot of things that we just identified, the simple pleasures that we can do. And then, nowadays, if you get on a plane, what are they, what was the people at the airport that just got stuck there? Oh, look at this, more shamanic reading. Beautiful. New location, a new partner. Sometimes when you change, Suzanne, that's brave. Look how courageous. She's a very brave person. No, actually, she is. I met her, but I mean, I know who she is. She totally is. She has a lot of integrity, but new look. Sometimes when you change your location, it makes a massive difference. And I know David can attest to that because he just moved from California to Texas. Sometimes it makes a big difference because you're not driving by the same landmarks and things and the memories. Oh, I remember that's where we used to go. Oh yeah, we had an argument there. Jerk. You know what I mean? It changes. Oh well, that's where we buried my mom over there. What I'm saying? It changes everything when you get in and you can create. Everything feels new. Okay. Sometimes we need that because these places that we see have negative energetic emotions attached to it. It's kind of like a yucky deja vu. So, we're talking about what that we want to benefit and change in our life and so forth. And with me, I would definitely say the writing, more boundaries, more organization, putting myself first. I mean, and we're a work in progress. So, some days you'll get it right, some days you won't. So, what things, thoughts, or activities, if you had to, and think about these words, change, eliminate, or improve, or completely add new, which one is it? Do you want to change it? Do you want to eliminate something? Or do you want to add something new? It might be a combination of things. Yeah, he said made a big difference in moving. Yeah. Yeah. Write down how. I'd be curious how you feel that it did. I know big city versus smaller, but it probably did something else too. So think about what is it you want to change right now. Is it you want to change something? That sounds like Suzanne wants to change something, eliminate it, improve it, or just add something new. Many times when we change it, that is adding something new. And then here's the other thing. What is your heart's secret desire? Most people, it's the same answer, and that is to be loved. Yeah, that's your secret desire, to be really loved for you with no restrictions. Like all of you, like, even the parts you think are strange yourself. And that's not by necessarily a partner type situation. It could be just people, right? Because our partner can't fulfill our needs. I mean, they try, but we got to do it ourselves. All right. So, what is your heart's secret desire? And it could be to be out in nature more, to live. Where's that place that Yellowstone's filmed? It's beautiful. Live there. What is it that's your dream? My heart's desire is to live near the ocean. Why? Doesn't matter. I don't know why. I just like palm trees. That's what I like. That's how I roll. I like it. And also the solitude. I thought I would never be that person. The person that went to every club that opened up, that was at the front going, "Let me in." You know, oh my God. Now I just want quiet. It's just funny. I have to laugh. Boy, can God do a number in people and really change them and change their hearts. Yeah, it's amazing. So, and how do you want to be, once you've decided your heart's desire, how do you want to be of service to yourself? And how do you want to be of service to others? So, again, I think placing yourself first is key. And a lot of you light workers here, everybody, you know what I'm talking about. You put other people before you. I know this because I'm that way, so I'm working on it too. So we have to, because we're greater value to people when we take care of our own needs and we don't get burnt out, or we don't get disappointed, or we don't, we get disappointed because we didn't do the things we wanted to that week or that day. Okay. So finally, the word is receive. And then we'll get into a very gentle meditation. And that is, it's critical we believe and not kid ourselves that, what our goal we're going to, or what our dream. And it's always something simple. I'd like to be near horses. I'd like to be near the beach. I'd like to be able to teach in front of a bunch of kids. I don't know who they are yet. I'd like to be able to write. I don't know what I'm going to write yet. It's okay. This is the childlike wonder. That's what we need to have. So we need to be able to believe that creating a new idea, a new concept, a new way is possible. Old dogs can learn new tricks, I think. Right? So how do we do this? We want to line up our thoughts, our actions, our intentions, and doing things in this world that tell the universe that you're ready. You're ready to do the next part of your chapter, the next part of your life. I don't mean literally write a book. I mean, you're the chapter, the next part of you. Okay, so let's see. We got some people feedback. Aggression, me first, people. It is different in certain places. I agree, David. She's saying that certain, different cities have different personalities, just like people, right? And I've been to LA many times. Okay, many times. And then Clay was out there. He was on Capitol Records. Y'all should look him up, Fetch and Bones. He has long curly hair. But yeah, it's a different vibe for sure. And then as you ascend, that city may not match you anymore. Like where I live, please don't beat me up, people that are from here. But in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's nice. Everything looks great. It's beautiful. It's perfect. But people are, they're just content and complacent and a little bit in fear. So they're just sort of like, they don't really, they're, oh, she's so sweet. And then they talk about you. So it's, the more you go out in the country, though, they're more down to earth, right? You get away from the city. They're more like this Texas. They're very, very down to earth. And a lot of Southern people are very nice. South Carolina people are nicer, I think, than North Carolina people. God, y'all, please don't beat me up on this because it's more rural. And so the closer you get to the city, you get that kind of ego and all that. So think about the personality of where you live. Sometimes people outgrow the area that they are. David wants to teach. Yeah, that would be good. See the book, Passive Income. We'll have to promote it more. We'll have to come up with some ideas for that. Yeah. And I think you're supposed to write some more. We'll talk about that at Love Leaders. But yeah. So a secret desire. You don't need to wait. I saw him going to the Hall & Oates concert in July 17th, 2017. He looked good. He had a tan. He had dimples. He was handsome. He was tall, muscles, lean. You don't need to wait. He can, I didn't expect him to show up, but I mean, I saw him for a while. I mean, that lasted a while and then he was gone. He was not a mirage. He was not see-through. You don't need to wait till you cross. He told me in Jesus Speaks, he walks on the earth. So he can do these things. So you don't need to wait. He's with you all the time. And I know that I was bragging about you the other night to Clay when you helped out one of our first Love Leaders and how your love and devotion for God and Christ is really strong. Yeah, he's with you all the time. You know that. All right. Not to give you a lecture on that. Okay, good. So let's go to this meditation. All right, great. So let me get some water here. So here we go. So what we're going to do is we want to have our thoughts, actions, and intentions line up in this world so it knows that you're ready to receive. So yeah, of course you do, Adriana, you do. And you, I mean, oh, he's around all the time when you're there, for sure. Again, if you're listening to George Harrison 3 days like I was, and George Harrison shows up in a dream 4 hours and tells you about his life that I had no idea about and checks out to be true, they're watching us on the other side. He's watching you. It didn't have to be Jesus, although he's awesome. But yeah, could be anyone. Could be like this Mark Ferrentino's own Next Week. We're not talking about it this time. The next week we are, and about how when Einstein came through, he comes through to him all the time now through me, because that's who he studied. Why wouldn't he know he's finishing his work, right? So we get help. All right, so let's go into our meditation, and this is going to help us. So what we're going to do this meditation, we're going to go through release, renew, and receive. So I'm going to walk you through this. Everybody shut their eyes. And then it'll be nice. It'll be relaxing. And it's going to be a way for you to ground and hold your power and see the beauty in you. So first of all, I want you to remember I talked about the sandbags or the hot air balloon or the poop emoji. We're going to pick your favorite, but I'm going to do one. You can follow along, and we're going to start with that one. So you can pick your favorite, and that's where we're going to start. So I want you to breathe in and exhale. I want you to visualize, because I just love this, that God's beautiful golden white light is above your head, coming down through your crown chakra right here at the top. And it's just permeating from the top of your head. And as you breathe in, it's pulled through your body. Breathe in And exhale, and all this negativity or things you don't need is released. And this beautiful white light goes through every part of your DNA, cleansing you and purifying you and your spirit. And you're breathing in and exhaling. Now, these items that we mentioned, and you don't have to know them all because you on a soul level know all of them. And keep breathing during all of this. Breathe in and exhale through your mouth. I want you to visualize this beautiful hot air balloon, and I want you to walk up to it. I want you to see what the colors look like, and close your eyes. What the colors look like, if it's bright blues and reds and yellows, or what your balloon looks like. And they've got a little ladder outside, and they're waiting for you. Keep breathing. Yes. And then as you go up to the hot air balloon, I want you to get in, walk on the ladder, and step around and get in. And as you do, they'll pull the ladder in, and they turn on the fire, and then you begin to rise. And as you do, you begin to see now you're 10 feet off the ground. Now you're 20. You keep rising and rising. Now you're 50. But you feel weighted down. You feel weighted down. Things are heavy. And you have quite a bit of these sandbags around the hot air balloon. You don't need them now anymore. There's too many. They don't serve you. You've been collecting them for years, these sandbags, but now they no longer serve you. And I want you to label them not feeling wanted. And I want you to release that. I want you to drop that bag. Oop, you're a little bit lighter. Don't you feel it? Keep breathing. And now I want you to look at another one. Insanity of the world that you can't control. I want you to release that. Breathe in. Now, there's another bag on the other side, and that's the family member that you love but is driving you crazy, the one that drives everybody crazy. You're going to release that one too, and you're going to say, I love you, but I can't fix everything for you. You're going to release that. It could be a friend, but you know who that one person is. You're going to release that. Feel how much lighter now. You're going higher. And then you're looking now and you're going, why in the world do I have all these sandbags? Why did I need them all? All I need is myself. I don't need all this. This is baggage. And now very quickly you start releasing these sandbags and you go up higher and higher. And as you do, this beautiful white golden light it's everywhere. You're into the clouds. You see this golden white light. Yet you can't see where you're going, but you feel safe and you feel loved and you feel protected. And as you breathe in and exhale out, you realize that every breath is a gift. And I want you to visualize now as you're in this higher level above the clouds and this beautiful white, warm, golden light that you see now, you visualize a canvas. A canvas comes forward and it's empty. And I want you to visualize a beautiful painting and you're in it. What would that image look like? And this painting would be a beautiful, beautiful image of you. Let's say 5 years from now, what would that look like? Would you be standing before people as an orator talking? Would you be running with children or grandchildren? Would you be reconnecting with loved ones that you've been disconnected with and embracing? What would that canvas look like? And that canvas you may go, well, my canvas isn't big enough. Add another canvas. It's okay. And look at what would be, because you are the author of your life. You are in control. And keep breathing and exhaling. And I want you to look at this canvas and be very detailed. And I want you to see yourself happy, much happier than you are now. Like really fulfilled. Feel it. Feel what it feels like to be happy, to be and feel and look more vibrant, maybe even years younger. And you co-creating and in harmony with the Creator and angels. And breathe in And exhale. And I want you to say these words after me. I am because God is. We're going to do it. We're going to do this 3 times each. I could warn you, PS, you could get high with this. This is wonderful. And this is taking your power back. So again, keep breathing in through your nose and exhaling. I am because God is. I am because God is. I am because God is. I am perfect just as I am. I am perfect just as I am. I am perfect just as I am. I am where I should be now. I am where I should be now. I am where I should be now. I am the captain of my own vessel in life. I am the captain of my own vessel in life. I am the captain of my own vessel in life. I am creation. I am here to create the life given to me. I am creation. I am here to create the life given to me. I am creation. I am here to create the life given to me. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am attractive. I am attractive to others. I am attractive to others. I am attractive to others. I am creative in many ways. I am creative in many ways. I am creative in many ways. I am loved. I'm going to change that. I am loved here and in heaven. I am loved here and in heaven. I am loved here and in heaven. I am divinely guided at all times. I am divinely guided at all times. I am divinely guided at all times. I am an important role. I have an important role in this world. I have an important role in this world. I have an important role in this world. I am joy. I am joy. I am joy. I am an eternal being made from God's divine hand. I am an eternal spiritual being made from God's hand. I am an eternal being made from God's hand. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. I am a lighthouse to others. I am a lighthouse to others. I am a lighthouse to others. Now breathe and be grateful for the life that you have. And I want you to take another breath and ask one question to God, Father, Mother, God. And after you do this, take 3 breaths with me, and you will have your answer. It may be one word, it may be now or in a couple hours. Ask your question. Okay, now breathe 3 times. Okay. Namaste. We're done. So what do you think? Did you enjoy that? Did anyone get any answers or positive emotion on that last one? I asked a question and I heard the answer is you don't understand how, but you know the answer is yes. And I thought that was beautiful. So let me know if you enjoyed that meditation. And again, you can go back and listen to it. And I highly recommend the I Am series. Don't drive while you're doing it because you may be off the side of the road somewhere in a ditch. There's really good stuff. But these are positive affirmations. We need to tell ourselves how much we're loved and we appreciate ourselves. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you watching today and being a part of my soul community and supporting me and my channel, because together we can grow without limitations and really partake in this life and find out really why we're here and live our life to the fullest and be who we are to the fullest without labeling ourselves or stopping ourselves, but just live and be free. So look, hopefully this will help you on the start to start renewing, start owning your own power and being bold and being a new you in 2022. Did you like that? Good. We'll have more things like that. Look, I know it's not easy, but we are in this together. We are not alone, and we will do this. I send you much love. And look, don't ever think for a moment, just because we haven't seen each other face to face. If you saw me face to face, I just hug all over you. I'm a hugger. It wouldn't change anything. You already know who I am as well as I know your heart, because we're spiritual beings. All my readings are all over the world. I'm not in front of someone, but yet we know each other. We are bound by our love. So have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Much love. And I love you guys. Thank you. Namaste.